Well, Leny Yoro bid submitted. That's what we've gone ahead to get in from Marca Spain, and it's really one of those big deals that Man United have gone ahead to be linked to for a very long period of time. From January to June, Man United has been linked to this player, and I think after the FA Cup finale, like 3 days after, we had a story that never went ahead, obviously run in here, that Leny Yoro is one of those players that Manchester United is linked to, and he has gone ahead to make to the short list of players, all defenders, that Manchester United is interested in signing into this summer transfer window. Felix Jose Diaz of Marca is the man behind this story, and I tell you what, he's a credible journalist. Most of the times he's going to put out stories, they've gone ahead to be accurate. I tell you, they've gone ahead to be accurate. And welcome to the United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? I think the second video of the 5th of May. Rokan David is my name. You can as well call me already. And let's continue to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And it's really important to note that nothing is really gonna go past us here in for you, and I'm gonna be having Gary Southgate and what he has to say about I'm gonna be having Gary Southgate and what he has to say about the man himself, that is Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire in there for you. And let's see close to 300 likes match in this video, and let's see close to how many subscribers are we left with to hit 20, it's called 17,000, I think 500 subscribers. Let me check here and see. Let me check. My browser is a little bit slow. We are left with 76 subscribers to hit 17,500 subscribers. So guys, do the due diligence here, subscribe to this channel such that we obviously make it a point that we reach that milestone. Now, Leny Yoro, story coming in from Marca, obviously saying, breaking news, Manchester United have made an offer close to 60 million euros for Leny Yoro. That's it. And then Jose Felix Diaz, who works for Marca, said that United have made an offer close to 51 million pounds for Leny Yoro. Now, most of you will be asking yourselves, who is Leny Yoro? He plays for Lille. He's really a modern centre-back, and if at all you haven't gone ahead, obviously have a look at him, go to YouTube and obviously put in his clips. He's lightning quick. He's a good tackler, good game reader. His recovery pace is great, and he can also score goals in the set pieces, cutters of his height, because he's 1.9 meters tall. He's one of those centre backs that Man United will really want to sign because he fits the profile of Manchester United. I will always repeat this, as Sajim said, that he would love to look in for the next big stars, not the already finished articles. And this is the guy that is being eyed even by Real Madrid, and Real Madrid went ahead obviously tell him that please let him hold on a little bit to see that he waits for them and see how things are really going to happen. And you know how French players are linked with Real Madrid, and very many French superstars can obviously link this guy to obviously come to sign for Real Madrid. But after Real Madrid went ahead to sign Kylian Mbappe for 150 million euros, you get, they're bringing in Endrick. I tell you what, it's not gonna be the same again, you know, because that's already 200 million euros spent, and they don't have players to sell to obviously facilitate their transfer budget. That's why they're telling him to hold on a little bit. But I think this guy is not ready to wait, and the reason as to why you've heard that Man United have gone ahead obviously put in a bid close to 51 million pounds, it's a confirmation that they've gone ahead to be given a good go to see that all goes well. And who is the agent of this guy? It's George Mendes. When I talk about George Mendes and Manchester United, you know the rapport that has gone ahead to be built in between these two parties for a very long time, to an extent that this guy has always gone ahead to be used by Manchester United to negotiate deals of players that United are going to sign, and he is always an intermediary for very many players all over the world. These upcoming agents have always gone ahead to use him to negotiate better deals for their clients. And when I hear George Mendes, he's really the agent of Leny Yoro, 18 years of age, French international. I feel like it's made to happen and it's made to be. And I'm not gonna really get surprised if I told Manchester United go in for Leny Yoro and obviously get this done and dusted. And we wait to see whether a bid has been accepted or not. But all I want to let you know is that United and Leny Yoro is a business to watch. And most of us, by the way, thought that maybe Manchester United were going in for Todibo, because Todibo is nowhere near an Olympics team or a French national team. You understand? And Leny Yoro is going to be playing in the Olympics, and France being the host. And when you look at the squad they've gonna hit, obviously call up, it shows you that this team is really gonna go far, because their squad really has some big names. And let me obviously flaunt it onto your screen and see how this French side is really gonna look like, and how Leny Yoro, inclusion, and Olise are really gonna affect the club of Manchester United, because it's gonna take them a lot of time and they won't obviously be part of the preseason. There is Cheleva, Restes, Nkambo, Reisa, Diakite, Steve, Loco, Lukeba, Sidiliba, Trafete, and Yoro Yeni that I'm talking about. Then Alikochi, Chotad, Dow, Kone, Turam, Milot, Ukechuku, Zaire Emery, Bakola, Kalimoendo, Lacazette, Mateta, Olise, and Tel. And I think Mateta and Lacazette are the two players that are supposed to obviously coming through when they're really old. So that is Leny Yoro for you into that squad of the Olympic side, and we wait to see how things pan out. But the tournament starts from 24th of July and you could run to 9th August. So that shows you that in the game you're going to be playing against Man City in the Community Shield, because it's going to come in between 9th and 16th of August, you don't expect to see Leny Yoro representing for the club of Manchester United, because he wouldn't have gone ahead to get ample time to train with the club. So that means he might join the club of Manchester United in mid-August. So is it a wise signing to make? For me, its answer is yes. It's yes, because we cannot really have short-termism as far as these transfers are really concerned. I think it's better for us not to have that short-termism and really have a very clear look at everything and how we think about it. And for Leny Yoro, I would love to see him at Manchester United. But though, I would see Todibo as a better fit for this side. I tell you, I see Todibo as a better fit for the club of Manchester United because of, I think, his physicality. Because Leny Yoro is tall, but his physicality is really questioned. And I think he's not that kind of player that we're going to bring in at Man United and keep him for long. And I think George Mendes will be like, however much Real Madrid is telling you to obviously stay a little bit here, do one thing. Don't accept the words of Real Madrid. Let's go to Man United. You are just 18, you know. Play for Man United for 3-4 seasons. Hit that ceiling of becoming one of the best centre-backs in the world. Madrid will come for you. You get? And where you're going at Real Madrid, it's going to be very hard for you to obviously enter into that team, because they're having Militao, Rudiger, Alaba into that central defense. You understand? And they can't obviously get you in as soon as possible, meaning that to integrate you into the team, it's going to take some time. But at Manchester United, they need the replacement of Rafael Varane. And remember, Varane went in at Real Madrid at the age of 18, and he had to obviously tussle it out with the likes of, I think by that time, Madrid was phasing out very many defenders, the Gabriel Hendes of this world, you get? And they are grown, and this guy was coming in. But right now, Rudiger is not all that old. Militao is not all that old. Alaba is not all that old. They still have a lot into their careers to represent. So I think he can get into the squad of Manchester United quick and fast than compared to him getting into the squad or in the starting 11 of Real Madrid. What do you make about it? And I think that's what George Mendes is telling him, that please, Real Madrid is a big team, but they need to obviously cancel out lots of things to obviously get you in, you know. But for the club of Manchester United, you are going to go into the starting 11, because Rafael Varane has left, and you'll obviously partner Lisandro Martinez in that central defense, and they'll be making a very perfect central defense partnership. But the big question is for Leny Yoro and others, that are onto this. I'm asking myself this question: which manager is signing these players? If United are so far going to make two bids, one for Yao Neves that was rejected, and the other one for Leny Yoro, who is behind these bids? Who is talking to these players to convince them to come to Man United as a manager? Because every signing that comes in through is last convinced by the manager or first convinced by the manager. Who is convincing these players? Now, when I look at Leny Yoro being a Frenchman and Jean-Claude being the CEO, I know he might be really at the forefront of these negotiations, and that means United know their manager. They know who the next manager of Manchester United is going to be, and that's why they've started to make these bids in, and Leny Yoro to Man United might really be hotter than the sun, and very soon we'll see this guy coming in through at the club of Manchester United. And I would love him, by the way. 18, highly rated player, and his learning curve is still high, and we prefer to it that he comes in through when Erik ten Hag is here. And I think all these are players that Man United shortlisted when Erik ten Hag was here. Have you heard of any player that Man United is going in for that was unlisted when Erik ten Hag is here? So that gives me a huge hope that maybe Erik ten Hag is that man to stay and is going to come in through and we obviously do the job. But for Leny Yoro, on any day, I go for him. But I think the other question that came to me, because I was really meditating about this story when I was really taking a shower to obviously come and face you in camera, is what's the budget of Manchester United? Have we gone ahead to get the £51 million that have gone ahead to be rejected by Benfica and obviously transferred it to Lille to obviously sign Leny Yoro? You understand? That is really a huge factor. But there is a player that Leny Yoro plays with at Lille, and you all know that player. He was at Manchester United. He has gone ahead to obviously have a very huge season down there at Lille, and he really played very well. And that player goes by names of Angel Gomez. Angel Gomez is one of those players that has gone ahead to play at Lille and has gone ahead to obviously put in a very huge shift. Leny Yoro plays with that player, and Angel Gomez plays into that team too. So Angel Gomez knows Man United in and out. You understand? And if there is a player that Leny Yoro will obviously have to ask anything about Man United, it will be Angel Gomez. But will Angel Gomez give him a green light to join Manchester United? I don't know, because things have gone ahead to change now that we are having Ineos. You never know, things can obviously go on as to plan. So we wait and see what further developments are really going to show up onto the different media outlets about Leny Yoro to Man United. But a bid has been submitted, confirmed by Felix Diaz of Marca. And Marca is really a credible source, guys. So we wait to see how that happens, and we wait for the answer. Has the bid been accepted, or it has been rejected? And I think United is working against the clock to see if they obviously get him in, do the medical, unveil him. And there is another factor that I went ahead to obviously look at. Do you know that the Glazers and Sir Jim are like, let's obviously line up these players, sack Erik ten Hag. After sacking him, we unveil these players. I think that's the plan. That's the plan if they are to sack Erik ten Hag, to see to it that a lot really goes their way. Now, Gareth Southgate has come out and really spoken about Luke Shaw, a man that has really not played 15 games for the club of Manchester United this season. And he said Shaw is progressing very well. There is still a bit of work to do before he can get into a match situation, but we are very happy with his progress. So yes, he's got some good chances of being at the Euros. Now, very many United fans are really pissed. Why are they pissed? How can Luke Shaw be fit for the national team and not be fit for the club of Manchester United? But he got a setback towards the final games of Manchester United. Remember, Shaw was supposed to feature even in the game that he played against Arsenal. You remember that very well. He obviously got in a very good goal, and he returned to the green grass with Lisandro Martinez. And Lisandro Martinez managed to obviously play. I think he came on against Arsenal. He came on against Newcastle. He came against Newcastle. I think he started. Against Brighton, he started and played 60 minutes. Then against Man City, played close to 80 minutes and was taken off and is back into the training session of Argentina. Luke Shaw, I think it was just a setback, and all you have to pray for is let him get into the Euros and let him use his Euros as the preseason. And I don't expect him to be one of those players to obviously say that he's going to really get a rest or a holiday, because for the entirety of this season, Luke Shaw has been not playing football for the club of Manchester United. You understand? So he has been doing only one thing, and he has been resting. And after the Euros, if he's fit, he has to obviously get to the squad of Manchester United, join them wherever they are gonna be. You get? Because he has been not playing football for almost a season, and he has to obviously join the club of Manchester United, and I'd love to see him get back fully fit to obviously face the side of Manchester United in there for you. Now, for Harry Maguire, the manager of England has come out and said Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, and Anthony Gordon, they are progressing well. We are really happy with their progress, but none of them will be involved in the game. They played against Bosnia. Anthony Gordon is likely to be involved on Friday, and the other two are unlikely. So on Friday, even when they are playing, there's a team they are playing on Friday, their last, I think, friendly game. These two aren't expected to obviously take part. So we wait and see how that pans out, but it's good to see that they are really back in training. And for the side of Harry Maguire, if a United fan, you'd love to see him go to the Euros, perform very well, and be put on the market and attract huge interest. Because if he goes there and performs very well, a team can offer us £40 million. £40 million, however much Harry Maguire is holding on to, like he did last time on his compensation of the salary, what you have to do is simple. You get £10 million and tell the club you're going to pay us 30 and you're giving Harry Maguire £10 million. You understand? That £10 million should multiply into the salary he wants, because he earns £200,000 a week. That is £400,000 a month, equaling to times 12. I think it's like £5 million, right? £5 million a year. Now, if he's left with 2 years on his contract, those are £10 million. Let him go. Let him leave the club of Man United in peace. You understand? I think that's the best option that United should do for the guy called Harry Maguire. But we just wish them best of luck. Let them recover and obviously get back and running. And for Luke Shaw, questions are really going to be huge. In between him and Tyrell Malacia this summer transfer window. I've gone ahead to see Fabrizio Romano sounding this on several times that Manchester United are looking in for a left back. You get? Meaning that either Luke Shaw or Tyrell Malacia is going to depart the club of Manchester United, and it will depend on who really looks how during the preseason. Both have gone ahead to encounter bad injuries, setbacks after setbacks. But for Tyrell Malacia, he never even kicked a ball for the club of Manchester United the previously concluded season. And for Luke Shaw, he played some games and went off. But we wait to see how the Euros are really going to take them. So I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below about Leny Yoro bid submitted by Man United. What do you make about it? Then Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire updates being given to us by the manager of England. And what do you wish for the club of Manchester United? Are you team Leny Yoro or team Todibo or team Gerard Braithwaite? Gonçalo Inácio is in the mix, and I'm gonna come out and really bring you that story very, very soon. Rock and David remains my name. 300 likes on this video. Don't forget to subscribe. We are left with like 60 subscribers. Is it 50, 60 to hit 17,500 subscribers onto the United Manners channel? And let's continue to spread the love, not hate. I can't wait for your reactions. I saw some people calling me out for obviously already putting Casemiro into the corner. But I'm going to come live and obviously have something to say about that in the nick of time. May the living to God bless you abundantly. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum. We out.